If you got your Bibles, turn with me to Genesis chapter 19. And we'll continue our study in the Word. Old man eyes on. Genesis chapter 19. And there came two angels to Sodom and Eden. In the Hebrew, it says two of the three angels. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, unto your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise early, and go on your way. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did break unleavened bread, and they did eat. And before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, all of the people, every one from every quarter. And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men that came in unto thee this night? Question. Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. And Lot went out the door to them, and shut the door after him, and said, I pray you, brethren, be not so wickedly. Behold now, I have two daughters, which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do you unto them as is good in your eyes. Only unto these men do nothing, for therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came in to sojourn, and he must needs be a judge. Now will we deal worse with thee than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Listen, when perversion sets in, those perverts ain't going to stop at nothing. They're evil against God, they're evil against man. Perversion is evilness. Plain and simple, perversion is evil. But the men, this is verse 10, but the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides? Question. Son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. For we will destroy this place, because the cry of this waxed great before the face of the Lord, and the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. So why are the angels there? To destroy it. And Lot went out and spoke unto his sons-in-law. So he had more than two daughters. He had some sons-in-laws, which married his daughters, and said, Get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. They didn't believe him. Just like people ain't going to believe us when the Antichrist gets here. They ain't going to believe him. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. Why? Because God couldn't find 10 people. He told Abraham that if he found 10 people, he wouldn't destroy it. He can't find 10 righteous. He can barely find these 4, and let's find out if all 4 of them is righteous. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon the hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, the Lord being merciful unto him, and brought them forth, and set him without the city. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all of the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my Lord. Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. I'm a city boy. I can't go to the mountains. Behold now, this city is near to flee into. Is it not a little one? Oh, let me escape thither. Is it not a little one? Question. My soul shall live. He said unto him, this is the angel speaking, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. You see, God does listen to our prayers. Sometimes he gives us what we want. Sometimes that ain't good. Haste thee, escape thither, for I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of this city was called Zoar, that is, Little One. The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. And the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all of the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground. But the wife of Lot looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. The angel said, don't look back. Jesus said, a man that puts his hand to the plow and looketh back is not fit for the kingdom of heaven. Don't be looking back. And Abraham got up early in the morning to the place where he spoke before the Lord. And he looked toward Sodom and Gomorrah and toward the land of the plain. And behold, and lo, the smoke of the country went up as the smoke of a furnace. And it came to pass, when God destroyed the city of the plain, that God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, when he overthrew the cities in the which Lot dwelt. And Lot went up out of Zoar. See, he can't hold a covenant. He made a covenant with the angel that the angel wasn't going to destroy Zoar, but he can't hold to it. When you make a covenant with God, hold to it. Believe God. The Lord told him that Zoar won't be destroyed. But oh no, he got to do the man thing. He went out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountains, and his 2 daughters with him. For he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, he and his 2 daughters. See, he feared to stay there. Listen, we're coming into a time period when the Antichrist is going to be here. You better do what the word of the Lord tells you to do. Don't think you know better than God. Don't be a Lot. And the firstborn said unto the younger. See, wonder if this had ever happened if he had stayed in Zoar. Because these girls now have watched the fire and brimstone come down. They think the whole world is destroyed. They think the only people left on earth is them and their daddy. I feel sorry for these girls. And this is verse 31. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come into us after the manner of all of the earth. See, they think they're the only ones on earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Well, let's see if Lot is in favor of this. Let's see what happens here. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. So Lot wasn't a conspirator with them. He participated, but he didn't know about it. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father, let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in, and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. So see, verse 36, Thus were both the daughters of Lot with child by their father. And the firstborn bare a son, and called his name Moab. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. So when you read of a Moabite, know for surety that that's Lot's firstborn by Lot. And the younger, she also had a son, and called his name Ben-Ami. Ben-Ami means son of my father, or that's what it means. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. So when you read of the Ammonite, know that that is Lot's youngest daughter, children. Chapter 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife, She is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. She's part of the harem now. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said unto him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. And Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Question. Said he not unto me, She is my sister? Question. Even she herself said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this. And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart. For I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet. This is God himself telling us that Abraham is a prophet. For he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine. I'm going to kill all of it. Hard sentence. Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning, and called his servants, and told all those things in their ears. And the men were so afraid. And Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? Question. And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Question. Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, What sawest thou that thou hast done this thing? Question. And Abraham said, Because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place. They will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife. The law of incense didn't come in for another 400 years beyond this. Where there is no law, there is no sin. Verse 13, And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness which thou shalt show unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, He is my brother. And Abimelech took, now listen now, look at these word and right here. Remember that the word and is a polysydenton, and it means there's way more being said than is written. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants, and gave them to Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before thee, dwell where it please thee. And unto Sarah he said, Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes, unto all that are with thee, and with all other. Thus she was reproved. And Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed up the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abram's wife. Chapter 21. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abram a son in his old age, at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abram called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare unto him, Isaac. Why? God named him. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, as God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah should have given children son? For I have borne him a son in his old age. Only God can tell you things like that. Man can't. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast on the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abram, mocking. Boy's 13 or 14 years old. So, wherefore she said unto Abram, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with the son, with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abram's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, now this verse has a star, which 99.9% of all Bible scholars agree that this is talking about Christ. Let it not grieve thee in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. See, that word seed is singular, not plural. He's talking about Christ. Because from Isaac come Christ. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. And Abram rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it upon her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. Like I said, the boy's 12 or 13, 14 years old, somewhere in that area. 13 or 14, I should say. He was 13 when he was circumcised. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child under one of the shrubs. Got him out of the heat. And she went and sat down over against him a good ways off, as it were a bow shot. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him, and lifted up her voice and wept. See? She didn't believe God. If she believed God, she wouldn't have been crying. Believe God. Always believe God. No matter what the circumstances look like, believe our Heavenly Father. He won't lie to you. Neither will His Word lie to you. Verse 17. And God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven, and said unto her, what aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Ishmael heard of Yachadeh. 18. Arise, lift up the lad, and hold him in thy hand, for I will make him a great nation. And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water, and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness, and became an archer. And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. And his mother took him a wife of the land of Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that Abimelech and Philco, the chief captain of the host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. When God's blessing is upon you, everybody around you sees it. Now therefore swear unto me here by God, that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me, and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. And Abraham said, I will swear. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water which Abimelech's servant had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I wot not who hath done this thing, neither did thou tell me, neither yet heard I of it, but today. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech, and both of them made a covenant. Abraham would set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 ewe lambs which thou hast set by themselves? And he said, for these 7 lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have digged this well. Wherefore he called the place Beersheba, that's well of the oak, because there they swear both of them. And thus they made a covenant at Beersheba. Then Abimelech rose, and Philco, the chief captain of his host, and they returned unto the land of the Philistines. And Abram planted a grove in Beersheba, and called there on the name of the Lord, the everlasting God. And Abram sojourned in the Philistine land many days. We'll leave it there for today. I hope you got something out of it. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Like I said, I hope you got something out of it.